Okay, so this is going to be my creative reading assignment. I'm personally going to be doing this on Po Man Dreams, His Vice by Kendrick Lamar. It's a song, a rap song. I personally am only going to be able to probably touch up on the first verse because I feel like if I read through the entire song, I'd be here for at least like 15 to 20 minutes. It's an extremely deep song, at least in my own personal opinion. It dives into Kendrick Lamar's own personal life experiences and what he grew up in and what he basically had to live through. So I'm going to be touching up on the first line, or the first lines. I used to want to see the penitentiary way after elementary. Thought it was cool to look the judge in the face when he sentenced me. Since my uncles were institutionalized, my intuition would said I was suited for family size. My mama is stressing, my daddy tired. Basically, these 5 lines, at least in my own personal way of seeing it, Kendrick Lamar was born and raised in Compton, California. I feel like he basically had a lifestyle where in which I feel like at least at that point in time when he was growing up, I believe, which was like the early 2000s, late 90s, Compton had that late stigma where it was just, this is like a trashy city. This is crime central. Kendrick Lamar grew up through that. He grew up through gangs, racketeering. He basically lived with that. And I mean, the way that life was at that point in time is completely different than what it was even I could personally imagine. It's completely different. He basically had numerous cases where he would have to go to the court, see basically live up to any of the crimes that he or any of his like friends committed to. And I mean, the one line, thought it was cool to look the judge in the face when he sentenced me. He probably had his friends there, and he looked the judge in the face when he sentenced him. He thought he was hard. I mean, I don't want to curse. I had to stop myself, but he thought he was like you know what I mean. But it's pretty deep, and I mean, his uncles were institutionalized in the way that society at that point in time, I know it sounds weird just talking about society, but I mean the social stigmas at that point in time, at least revolving around Compton, where that people weren't self-sufficient, people were lesser almost, like they weren't human. And it probably took a toll on any of his uncles or any of his like father figures in his life, because I mean they were way down by the institutionalized people that were like holding them back and not letting them have the chances of success that any other cities would have allowed, or any other places of society where it wasn't such a normal society where gang and racketeering was such a prolific thing. His mom was, I mean, stressing, I mean, food on the table, just being safe, like the basic idea that, you know, you'd wake up tomorrow. It's not a given there, especially at that point in time. It was not anywhere completely close to a given. It was something that we take for granted every day that definitely was not there. Because I mean, a stray bullet from a gang fighting could easily hit a small kid, anybody. It could legit be anybody. It's a scary thought to think about. His dad probably worked. I mean, I believe at least Kendrick Lamar. I know it's not necessarily a given that some of these fathers would stay, and then they would be up on single mother households, single father households. It was just straight up sad. I mean, it's not a given at all what we have. So I mean, these are just the first 5 lines. The entire song is it's just too deep. I mean, honestly, this is one of my favorite songs in terms of just, I don't know, letting my mind like wander. It's a great song, which is why I chose this. And I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't want to ramble on too long. I personally would recommend anybody who wants to give the song a shot and try to listen to the lyrics. Kendrick Lamar is probably one of the best lyricists overall, I would say. Maybe I would say probably the best of all time, because I'm biased and I like Kendrick Lamar. I would highly recommend this song. Please listen to this song. It is an extremely deep song. And yeah, hopefully you guys didn't mind me listening to it or talking about this. Have a good day.